weak. That's the thing, Lachlan. You're the scary kind of strong. You're not the weak kind of. You know what I mean? It's the presentation. It's the outward presentation. And when you're in school and you guys are getting those hormones, all you are is visual. That's it. There's no underneath. It's just instinct, pure instinct, and that's visual and smell and judgment and testing. All animals do it when they're young.
Now I'm just fitting into the stereotype I've been put in.
The what?
Stereotype I've been put in. Oh, you look like you're carrying a knife? I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah. And that bothers you, right?
I mean, whenever someone did it, I was usually carrying a knife, and we're like, are used to.
So what's the story you're telling? Because it's all in perception and looking. What's your character? That's an important part of the story, right?
Just bugs me that people assume over shit about me. His friend, Des, her brother Kane is the one who called me insane to their ex-boyfriend. And then
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Did you hear any of these stories out of the actual person's mouth?
Just like Kane would always talk shit about their boyfriend, and I'm not denying that they called me insane a lot. Because I ranted to them about grandma at Christmas. Because they were like, how's your Christmas going? I'm like, not very good. My grandma's here. I don't want her to be. I have to look after her, and she's making me feel kind of crazy right now. And then, like, a couple weeks later, Joe texted me because I added them on Snap, and they're like, Kane was starting to call you insane, and a bunch of other shit to me. I'm like, I didn't fucking do anything. And then Kane,
Who told you that?
Joe,
And who's Joe?
their ex-boyfriend. Kane broke up with Joe because Joe fainted into Trevor's arms, and Kane assumed that they were cheating.
Is this Kira's group?
No. It was a theater tech group. Kane was an actor, Joe was theater tech and an actor. And Joe has some stage fright and a lot of anxiety and problems. And they faked it into Trevor's arms because Trevor didn't want to like drop Joe on her head or his head. And Kane took that as cheating. Oh, you saved my boyfriend? Cheating. Jesus Christ. And then that group only talked about that for a couple months. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It happened months ago. Jesus Christ. And then Kane got removed from the musical because they were caught smoking. Or, they have medical cannabis apparently. And a bunch of kids ratted on him for smoking. I don't know.
Lachlan, don't worry about being a lone wolf at the moment.
I know, just bug the shit on me. Like, shut up!
That's the thing, right? And who are you gonna let make you? Heaven forbid. You know what you're learning? You're learning who you can and cannot give a vulnerability to.
Yeah. Just like the theater group was not a good group.
No,
I hate most of them. I'm only friends with one person in there now, and it's Trevor, because he's in most of my classes. He was in my theater tech group, and then he's in my science class now. And he hits me in the head with a binder to burn me.
Yeah. But, you know, you'll start having your most fun when you can be the dork you want to be, you know? When it's okay just to be you. Because the judgment is the roughest one. And it's when you go, listen, you motherfuckers, I'm adult size now. And I'm drawing a canyon. And this is my wants and needs in my space. And if you don't follow my rules when you're that close to me, then you can fuck off. Because this is my space. And if I don't like it, I'm going to go have some quiet time. Because I don't like the spaces you're making. Right? And you're not going to find that because you want to be creative and stupid and go deep and not be judged because you said something crazy. Because all you want to be is crazy at the moment. And have people be okay with it. That's why you have to find your dark humor. You know? Did he die? Is that why you took over? You know, like those kind of things for you have to be okay.
I can literally read the text. I'm like, did he finally die? He's like, no, sadly.
And do you think maybe that's why people, because you like darkness right now. Not everybody's in the like that likes to explore there when they're your age.
He's like, I have big news. I'm like, what is it? Did your uncle finally die? He's like, also, a bit of a big news. I read Todd's company now. I'm like, bad news? Oh, whoa. He's like, yeah, I'm technically the boss man. I'm like, did he die? He's like, no, sadly not yet. I'm like, damn.
But you knew exactly what he was going to say, didn't you?
Yeah.
You read the future.
He said, I'm working on that though. Me and Andrew are technically running it, but I'm still in charge. And then he said, I'm working on that. So I did like a raised eyebrow. He said, listen, if Todd dies, he just dies. And if I just so happen to be involved, I mean, what can you do? I'm like, fair point. So, Todd was just like an asshole that ordered him around and didn't help a lot with the company.
Yeah, but you always got to remember, Locks, there's two sides to every story. It's what are you going to, you know, how far are you going to investigate?
He's a perfectly able man to work. And he would usually just sit in the truck and watch them work.
So is his right. He's paying them to do a job. They'd have to do it if he wasn't there. So they're mad that he's just sitting there. You know, they get to shut their phones off at 5 o'clock or whatever time they get home. And what's the other guy doing? Because there's a lot of underneath. There's not just, you know, the work that they see, that these young lads see these people doing.
He took one of the workers to look at t-shirts and he would do it. So.
No.
And they only have like a 3-man crew or something to do a bunch of yards and like acreages and shit.
Well, then now he's running the show. Maybe he can make it look easier instead of whining and bitching about it. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Because whining and bitching gets old. So now you've taken over. How much better are you doing than you were before? You got a little more control, you know?
You gotta ask him more.
Yeah. Because bitching gets old after a while, doesn't it? But like Lachlan, you think it's... I even said that to you. I said, you know, you're going to come and, you know, shoot me and Dad up if we don't let you see Alex, Patrick Bateman, the twerp. Do you know what I mean? Like, just the dark humor. And some people are ready for it, and some people want to punch you in the throat when you say it, right, Lox?
I just don't like the fact that Dad was joking about shooting him with paintballs. And getting the brothers to
put your I wanted to wring his little shaky neck. Like, Lox, there's fear and then there's like creepy, you know, I don't know what you're up to, fear. Especially in all that. Mom's seen that before many, many times. And I have a lot more experience with it than you do. And I know those looks and intentions. Mom's played that game more times than any of you guys, for sure. So, If you don't want to listen to my experience and just walk that hard road on your own, you go ahead and do that. But every time the boys and you have listened, the ball gets a little closer to your court. And you can't tell me that's not true. Because I've seen it with my own freaking eyes with every one of you.
My stomach hurts.
And this thing with, like, Lachlan, I'm very concerned, like, with, you tell me you were manipulated easy. And I still see a little bit of, those lust chemicals, they'll get you easily manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
No kidding, they will. So, and I know the strength of you, and like we had that conversation, I'm just practicing giving you all your fire, because mom's gonna be your fire for a while, till I see you not being manipulated and jumping out of your box and taking control of your space how you want it to be. Knowing that wherever you are, you're gonna be safe in your space, because you're smart. And not easily manipulated, because that's what'll get you into trouble. All right. I'll just be bored in the garage all by myself, playing with myself, making personal journals. That's only because you made it weird. Now I'm making it weird, weirdo.